Now you're probably thinking, luminosity, channel information, what is he going on about? Well, I want to show you some really simple little things you can do with just a click of a mouse, which may improve your images. This is a very simple image that I shot over at New Islington in Manchester, into Will Allsop's Chips building of the New Islington flats behind. Nice and colourful, down by the canal in Manchester. But we're going to look at the channel information. Let's have a look at these different channels and see what information in there. Red, green. You can see they're quite different, these. Remember the tutorial we done on split channels? You can always make three very different black and white conversions from this RGB file. But I want to use the luminosity, and one way of getting the luminosity is to get your mouse over there, anywhere over there, and hold the control or command button down. You'll see the hand changes to a little square on the back, and click on it. And what that does, it selects the luminosity in that channel. Now you're probably thinking, I have no idea what you're going to do with this. Well, let me show you. The areas inside the marching ants are the areas that's selected. Let's go back into the RGB composite, which is that one there. Just click on there, make sure they're all lit up. Go back into layers again. I could drag the layer down to the bottom. I don't want to this time. I'm going to go Control J for the PC, or Command J if you're on a Macintosh. And what that's done, I'm just going to rename this. Fantastic typing skills. Look at that, 2 fingers, red. And we'll see what I've got. Well, you can see that I've got quite a thin little bit of information selected. And I'm going to use some blend modes on it. So let's go up to the blend mode drop down menu. If I put hard light on there, you can see the little difference that makes there. So in 2 clicks and a drop down menu, you're doing some selective area retouching, colouring, boosting, whatever in your image. You can see there, no pixels in there selected, and what is selected is quite thin. And we're just going to leave it like that for the moment and leave it in hard light blend mode. And if I just go back onto the let's just click that off, go back onto the background again, we'll go back into the channels and we'll do the same thing again. So that's Control Command click with the mouse on the blue or on the image itself. That will select. Let's just go in here. You can see the little square shape comes when you hold the control or the command button down, and then click with the mouse, and that will select the luminosity in that channel. The same again. Control J, Command J, rename it because we're in the green channel at the moment, or this is the information from the green channel, as I should say. And again, we can look at blend modes again, and you can see you've got information there which you can do all kinds of things with. And by the time we get to the end of this, we'll have a stack of different sorts of information which we can use with our background layers. So you can see there, play around with blend modes. I've said this many times before to you. One of the important things you do is play around in Photoshop. Learn from your mistakes. Remember, it's all reversible. You're not just, as long as you don't save things out, just play around. So let's have a last look at the blue one. Remember what we had to do? We're going to select the luminosity, so we're going to hold down the control or command button and then click with the mouse. Little square hand comes up. See there, over there. That will select the luminosity in this channel. You can see inside the marching ants, that's the areas that is decided there's luminosity in. We're going to go back into our composite RGB, make sure it's selected, go back in and go back to the background and just Command J, Control J, and we'll call this one, of course, BLUE blue. 2 fingers working overtime there to do this one. And again, it's different information. Let's have a look through the different bits of information. You can see there where it's checkerboarded out, there's no information really, it's quite thin. You could work on these, in fact in the next tutorial I'll show you how to work on these different sets of information. And then when we call up the red, blue and the green, you can see it's not actually selected all the information that's in the RGB composite, it's just selecting the luminosity from each one. And we can do a stack, we can do different blend modes for each little layer that we've selected. Very simple, but really to get used to looking at luminosity in your channels. We'll look at luminosity in your layers next time. Maybe I might just work on something else first. Let's just click on these, and of course the opacity sliders. Don't forget to have a play around with your opacity sliders and actually see what happens and what the blending modes, the opacity modes have. We go back into channels again. You can see there we've got our separate RGB. Totally different information in each one. Sometimes you'll find that in your RGB it can be quite flat. Control and click, don't forget, control click, and that will select the luminosity in your channel. So let's have a look at this and see what else we can do. We can have a look at what the original looked like, and then we can go back in, we can add in different things. So it's blend modes and opacity. Name them as well. I mean, I'm useless sometimes. I don't name things, I just batter on through. But when you get started on this, don't forget to name them. Thanks for looking again, and until the next time, bye for now.